Welcome everybody, Red Arrow 23 here, time for your War Factory preview for the 16th of March. Let's boom some beaches! Alright guys, let's see what War Factory's got in store for us today. Let's go ahead and scout it out. So we have some stone and iron up for grabs, along with some prototypes. It's always good. Get something out of it. And we've got just over 600k on the core with a 3 million health shield. Interesting. So warriors, we would obviously have to take out the shield generators first. Zooka's 3 mil is quite a lot, so you're not going to be able to do it in like one round of shocks or anything. You're going to be, unless you did fully boosted, you could maybe do it in 2 to 3 HQ rushes. I don't necessarily suggest that. T-Med is looking pretty bad because of the Doom Cannon, Shock Blasters, Shock Launcher over here. And you obviously have to clear the world to get the core. And Grenadiers aren't outranging much today with the rocket launchers covering pretty much all of the beach. You can maybe bite out this shock launcher and squeeze them in. Don't flare them into the right of these factory supplies because they will kill each other. They're pretty drunk, they don't have aim. So I drop them like really low on the right side of the beach until they've destroyed these 5, and then then flare them up into the corner. And you obviously have to get, might have to get some critters and shocks on those hot pots, and you could clear out that right side. That wouldn't work too badly until you get into range of the Doom Cannon. But I think we're going to go with Zookas, and we're going to have to BART out the shield generators. Because there's not too many ways of attacking the shield generators with troops, I don't think. Unless you could like sneak 2 or 3 boats of Zookas, take out the rocket launcher and the shock blaster, and then send some greens up the left side. Maybe take those Zookas back out and take out these 3 factory supplies, because that would mess you up, and then send some greens up the left side and they could clear out those shields. But then you're still left with these ones. Or you could do that green attack I was talking about before. But I think we're going to go ahead and BART the shield generators out. They've got 76k on them on each one. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll get a few of those. It's not looking too bad. And I'm going to be dropping the barrages right in between the 2 left shields and then the 2 right shields, because the middle shields are obviously going to get splash damage from that. So that's 4 barrages, which isn't looking great right now. I kind of want to throw all my artilleries on these 4 because they're going to be, because they're obviously all grouped together, and my barrages are going to be better on the 6 over on the other side. What I could do is center my barrages slightly closer to the middle, and then the splash isn't, we're not going to get any damage on like the outside flamethrowers or anything, we're just going to get them purely on the shields. Only problem with that is that the middle shields are going to die really a lot quicker than the outside shields. So we'll come back and have a look at those in a minute. So I've got maxed out artillery and barrage, and this is probably going to take me at least 1 more attack. And I've already used 2, so if I use another one, that's 3, and then I've got to get it in 2 troop attacks. So hopefully we're going to be able to get it in 1. Let's have a look, see what we got to work with. It's probably going to be at least 2, maybe 3. Yep, 3, and then down. We get some GBE back. And then we can throw, so the left ones are really healthy. And those ones aren't too bad. Just trying to be really efficient with the barrage and artillery so that we can get them down in the least amount of attacks, or with the least amount of GBE. So that we can then clear mines or just get some damage on the core or whatever. We're going to go with that and that. Since that one down, that's really unfortunate. I'm just going to chuck some critters because we can. They're not going to survive anyway. That's all good. So I have looked at the path. I'm going to be going from these factory supplies right here and flaring up to, well, we'll have a look when we're scouting because it'll be easier to show you. Let's have a look at the health on these things. So I want to be gathering at this factory supply, just outside this factory supply. So I'm going to be careful with the shock launcher because I'm going to be deploying on the corner. Some of the, like, we won't be able to do a simple 2 smoke landing because some of the Zookas will drop on the other side of the beach, on this right side. We've got this rocket launcher in range as well. And then I'm going to be planning on flaring between this factory supply and sniper tower. But just before we get there, I want to flare onto the core so they kind of sit short of this rocket launcher range. I don't want them spreading into there. And then we're just going to be going with 1 shock on this group, and then 1 shock, 1 shock. Do we even need the shock blaster and the doom cannon and the other shock blaster? Maybe not. We could probably get away with 2 shocks. 1 on the flame and mortars, so that should be out of range, and then 1 on the rocket launchers. We'll see how the range goes. Just have to try and keep that in my mind. If we're far away enough, then I'll just go for the rocket launchers. And how much is on the shield? So we've got 5, 10, and 9. So that means we can go a barrage on the left one, and hopefully that one will go out. And then we'll go artillery on the right one. And we might end up having to do 2 artillery, but we should get some extra GBE back from that, and we should be able to just carry on. Because I want to get the troop attack underway, because if I obviously fall on my face, then I need to have a backup attack. So here we go. Going to be going barrage, artillery, artillery, and we'll get 3 plus 6, 9, 12, 15 maybe back, after spending 10, 3 and 5 is 18. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then we're just making sure that we remember these ranges so that when we shock, we can shock the right things. And we can chuck a critter above and below us for these sniper towers, because there's so many, they're going to pick off a lot of Zookas if we just let them have fun. Cool. So 2 critters, 2 shocks is 40 GBE. So we should be able to get there with 40 GBE. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Enough talking. Let's get amongst it. Let's go there and there. And then on this corner, probably won't get the mortar down actually. But we're at 110 GBE, which is a pretty good start. And right, we want to do this factory supply, so I'm going to go smoke, smoke, and I'm going to be ready to drop a smoke around the corner. Oh dear. So we peeked all over the show, if you can't see it there. I'm going to have to re-smoke just by the while they all gather. Shock launcher didn't fire, but the rocket launcher did. And then we're flaring up. This isn't looking too bad. They're all converging. I'm going to go one more and then we'll do our double smoke. And then we want to get them into position before we flare on. It doesn't look too bad. And I think we should be out of range of the shock blaster. Oh, we actually got those, all 4 of those in that one shock. And those sniper towers, the rocket launcher was in range. And boom, down goes the core. So definitely need to tidy up that landing. Look how they all spread all over the show. In hindsight, the amount of smoke that I use, I would have just used that regular 2 smoke landing on the right corner. So flag them just by the furthest right beach factory supply. Lost 60 Zookas, that's okay. So that was in 4 unboosted AZ attack, 4 unboosted attacks. So did those. So I would do 2 smokes just down low, and then flag just under the factory supplies, and then flare over to where we were on where those flags are now. Or do a flare landing really low on the beach where this factory supply is, and do a 2 smoke landing across there and then flare up. But the path from that spot was pretty good. Maybe could have stretched it for 1 less smoke. We got the flare on because there's so many defenses around. The Zooka's obviously spreading quite a lot, and then the critters are distracting the sniper towers. Rocket launcher did get us on the left side, and boom, down goes the core. And just remember, you can do those 2 rocket launchers, the shock blaster and the doom cannon in 1 shock, and these mortars are going to be reaching you as well, so shock those. So there we go, that's how I took down War Factory this week. Let me know in the comments down below how you went, how you're either taking it down or how you're farming, because sometimes lower levels might not be able to take it down, but they can get a lot of rewards just from hitting it with greens or clearing with something. Even if it's Zookas, just like rushing that shock launcher on the right hand side and then just clearing the world. And give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach!